Good, bright, and beautiful Tuesday to everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with a delightful forecast for today and tomorrow. And this is for the 28th of April. As we're heading out of April, Friday's the 1st already. Unbelievable. 2015. Plenty of blue skies today and lots of sunshine, light northwesterly wind as you're heading out the door this morning. Temperatures are near seasonable levels for this time of the year in the morning, upper 40s to low 50s and rising. Morning surface chart from weatherrowandoak.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows the last vestiges of these disturbances from the upper level low spinning off of western Atlantic Canada is spinning away now with northwesterly winds, high pressure in control, building in across the Great Lakes into the northern mid-Atlantic states over the next 24 to 48 hours. This storm system in the south will be heading in our direction, but probably with this disturbance here over the upper Great Lakes closing off and some blocking here still in the northern Atlantic means that this storm system will deepen rapidly but further away and south of the region with less impact on Thursday and Friday, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have still some small craft advisories until noon today, and winds will be out of the north at 10 to 15 knots, gust up to 25 knots, and then we'll begin to subside. These should all be subsiding during the afternoon hours. The same thing on the New Jersey coast. North winds at 10 to 20 knots, especially up to 25 knots this morning with seas 3 to 5 feet, and then everything will begin to calm down during this evening. Hourly 500 millibar height analysis and water vapor overlaid. Here's our storm system, or upper level low, cut off now and spinning away out into the Atlantic. We can find the convergence, confluence of the two streams, the subtropical and the polar branch here, with convergence, sinking air, and drying conditions across the northern mid-Atlantic. Here is our closed low, which will become our coastal storm on Thursday and Friday south of the benchmark here. And here is our upper level trough and how these two interact with the blocking over the top here in the northern Atlantic slow to leave. This means a suppressed solution for the coastal storm on Thursday and Friday. Allergy and pollen forecast for today right through Saturday, generally on the high side, and higher today through Thursday as a result of basically stable atmosphere, high pressure in control, and still some breezy conditions out there, delivering a fair amount of constant pollen into the air, and mainly from oak, birch, and maple. And the storm reports from yesterday shows a lot of wind, hail, and flood damage here across central and southern Texas into Louisiana. And we even had some thunderstorms and hail across Tampa south to Miami yesterday. And look at this, it's still snowing in parts of Colorado, anywhere from 2 inches to a foot of snow in parts of the mountains in New Mexico and Colorado yesterday. And on the aviational weather deck, a large area of high pressure will be dominating our area throughout the day with a light northerly flow. The pressure gradient will be modest with some gust over 20 knots expected during the morning and afternoon. The sky cover, mostly broken or overcast early this morning, has now cleared off and improved to just a few scattered clouds mixing during the afternoon hours. For tonight and tomorrow, lighter winds and mostly scattered cloud cover. VFR conditions, northwesterly winds gusting about 15 knots tomorrow. Late afternoon sea breezes are possible along the coast. Nearly calm winds at night. Thursday and Friday, VFR ceilings possible, MVFR and IFR in rain or showers late Thursday into Friday, especially Atlantic City, Millville, and Wilmington. Sustained east to northeast winds at 10 to 15 knots Thursday and Friday is expected, along with the potential impact of operations at Philadelphia International. Northeast winds gusting at 20 knots late Thursday afternoon and possibly up to 30 knots at times on Friday. Below average on the confidence of where that storm is going to wind up at this point. The GFS and its ensembles are alone on the bleaker scenario, whereas other typically reviewed models are not as pessimistic about a significant western Atlantic low-pressure system. Friday night and Saturday, basically VFR, confidence above average, and basically we could have a few showers lingering across the region in certain areas on Saturday, but other than that, improving weather conditions for the first weekend of May. That's good news with moderating temperatures too. So there is good news out there. And there's good news this morning too. At Newark International, 51 degrees, dew point 39, humidity 63%, wind northwest at 12, and the pressure is rising. Just a few scattered clouds around the region today. Philadelphia International looking good this morning too, 52 degrees, dew point 39, humidity 61%, the wind is northwest at 9. A few clouds around this morning, scattered clouds this afternoon, VFR conditions in place. Morning pass of the visible satellite this morning. Lots of sunshine, bright blue skies across the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area. A few clouds here across the north and to the west and also to the northeast. as a result of some of those spokes of energy still spinning around out into the northern Atlantic. But today, mostly sunny skies, just a few scattered clouds across the region, less occurrence of the cloud cover as seen over the last several days, and modifying temperatures too. Water vapor channel shows the sinking here, the convergence of the two streams, the polar and the subtropical stream with convergence, and the convergence leads to compression. The compression leads to warming and clearing skies across this region. Here's our warm front and storm system out in the southern plains spinning around here. It's our upper level low. This will be heading slowly to the north and east. High pressure is in control of our weather today. Just a few spokes of precipitation out on the Cape, but nothing to affect our region today. Taking a look at the NAM 4 kilometer, basically 4 kilometer near surface reflectivity over the next couple of days. Here's our upper low spinning away. No influence on our weather. High pressure in control. Here's our storm system developing across the the south here, and then a frontal system developing as another area of disturbed weather moves across the Great Lakes and into this storm system. And a frontal system will be developing to our west and southwest on Thursday afternoon and evening. Here's our storm system well suppressed to the south. The interaction between these two means that everything will be predominantly removed from our area, but there will be some strong winds around the coast and possibly some gale watches or small craft advisories at the simplest here across the coastal waters on Thursday afternoon through Friday morning, and even Friday afternoon and possibly into Friday night too, as the storm system deepens and rapidly spreads to the north and east out over the coastal waters. Temperature is already warming up, and we'll get into the mid and upper 60s today, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again on Thursday or Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures modify even warmer into the mid and upper 60s across the region. Cool off a bit as the chances for precipitation move into the region. Onshore flow developing across the region on Thursday means that temperatures will be slightly cooler, probably even cooler than that on Friday, before things begin to ramp up and warm up nicely over the weekend. And the GFS forecast is improving from the other models, so it's now pretty much on target across the region. Here's our upper level low developing into a closed low over the Great Lakes region, and our storm system developing and moving into the south. The interaction between the two means that the cold front will be moving south through the region to our west on Thursday afternoon, touching off some showers, probably even some isolated thunderstorms across central Pennsylvania. And the storm system then begins to interact. These two disturbances begin to interact, and the storm system is a little further south now on the GFS out over the coastal waters here. And how close to the coast does it get with the interaction between these two features means moderate to heavy rain across the southern Delmarva region. But notice the interaction here is too far to the south. We're probably going to see coastal winds, and for a period of time, at least 6 to 12 hours of that on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and Friday morning. Before we get into early Saturday, the GFS has slowed down the storm system a little bit, lingers it a little bit longer, and the precipitation lasting across the coastal waters now into southern New Jersey and the Delmarva region into early Saturday morning, whereas the other modeling continues to move it further away. So the trend could be a little slower for the clearing on Saturday, but it looks like everything is going to dry out. That spins away. High pressure, warming conditions, rising heights, warming conditions, breezy conditions, scattered clouds around the region on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday with modifying temperatures. Another cold front attempts to pass through the region on Monday night and Tuesday, and as it does so, touching off a few light scattered showers around the region, and more high pressure builds in for the region with near seasonable temperatures and modifying conditions for the mid to late part of next week. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Have a fantastic Tuesday.